Hi, Sam. Thank you for being here with me and for booking this reading. I hope these messages find you well. And I also just want to say thank you for being so patient and understanding with me because I'm not feeling the greatest. So bear with me if some of these messages come through a little choppy, but I feel like the connection feels strong right now. So I'm going to just start telling you what I was kind of channeling from the get go because I don't just read cards, I do channel messages as well. So before we jump in with the tarot and the oracle cards, when I was meditating on the energy, like right away, jumping into the energy, I almost felt this like feeling of exhaustion. And this could just be because of my energy. My energy could just be low. But I was like feeling pretty hyped up right before I started channeling and tapping into the energy. So there could just be like a feeling with your spirit or your soul where it just feels kind of tired, or maybe like, when you get stuck in a cycle of like repetitiveness. I don't know if you're somebody that likes like fixed schedules and repetitive energies and things like that, but it almost feels like a feeling of tired of the same old shit. You know what I mean? It's the same old shit every single day. It's almost like yearning for something new to happen or some sort of like new beginning or opportunity to come. I was also seeing like a diamond, and diamonds in sacred geometry can be symbolic of higher knowledge, higher intelligence. So there does feel like, and I feel like I picked that up during your Reiki session too. There was something about like higher intelligence or higher knowledge or something like that. I think with the pyramid. So there is a lot of like activations I feel that are happening, especially to like your crown chakra and your third eye. Because when I seen that diamond, I seen it in my third eye area. Sorry. So to me, this is symbolic of like a lot of activations or downloads that are happening. And maybe that tiredness, if it's not just tired of the same old shit, like you could, if you start feeling tired, it could be because you are downloading a lot of information and there's a lot that is activating within you that you might not even consciously be aware of, but it might affect you physically in a way where you just feel more exhausted. You know what I mean? I was also seeing a lot of different like creatures. So I seen a cat, which I thought was funny because I also was seeing Basette coming through like during your Reiki session. I was feeling her energy. And then here we are with the cat again, which I just love that. I was seeing a black cat to be specific, which black cats can also be symbolic of like witchcraft or symbolic for witches. It can be looked at like as a familiar. So maybe you have like a black spirit cat that follows you around that is like your familiar. Because this is the second time when I'm tapping into your energy that I'm seeing some sort of cat. Last time it was a big cat though, if I recall right. But I just think that's interesting. So Basset coming through again very strongly. Um, and then I was also seeing a dragonfly. Dragonflies can be symbolic of light-hearted energy, transformation. They can also be looked at as like a symbol of good fortune. And I think it's Chinese culture or something like that. I can't remember exactly, so don't quote me on that. But I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, it's in Chinese culture, they view dragonflies as a symbol of good fortune and good luck. So you could be having some of that coming your way very soon. And then I was seeing a bee as well, and I kept hearing busybody. You are definitely somebody who likes to stay active or like keep your mind busy. And I feel like that also goes into just being an Aquarius in general. I have Aquarius as my moon sign, so like we tend to be more in our head or have an overactive mind. So it's good to stimulate the brain to keep things like moving. I love that you do your little painting puzzle thing. That is probably really good for your mental stimulation, but also to exert some of that mental energy that you have because there's a lot. And then I was also seeing, uh, what was it? There was one more, I feel like. Oh, I can't remember. If it comes back, then the message was for you. We'll just move on and jump in with some cards because I've just been talking for the last 5 or 6 minutes. um, but yeah, lots of energy coming through. Oh, I seen an umbrella. I seen an umbrella. And umbrellas, if you think about what we use an umbrella for, it's to protect ourselves from getting wet, right? So there could just like, that could just be symbolic of some sort of like protection over you, especially while you're going through like this transformation and activation. Don't be afraid of it because you are very protected from any like negative outside energies that could be trying to affect you during such a vulnerable time. You know, when we go through activations and downloads and things like that, we do become a lot more vulnerable because it's almost like, it's not that our energy is being weakened, it's just, it's more, our energy is being focused elsewhere, you know. So spirit is just kind of coming in to let you know that they got your back during this process, and that whatever you feel called to exploring, definitely would encourage that, because I do feel like it's going to lead you down a path of self-discovery. And I keep doing this with my hands while I'm channeling for some reason. Love you. I do feel like it's going to lead you down a path of self-discovery, and as well as bring you to different parts of yourself that may have been lingering in the void, I guess, so to say. That's kind of how I'm seeing it, because it's always been a part of you, but sometimes we become disconnected with different versions of ourselves while we go through different parts of our life, and then we're reintroduced to them when they're meant to be back in our life. You know what I mean? So I do feel like there is like this journey of the soul, doing some soul retrieval, which can be heavy work as well. So if you do feel the need to like maybe rest a little bit more, be a little bit more in your own energy, you know, listen to yourself. If you feel like you need to be out more because you get charged up by being around other people, listen to yourself, okay? That's the best advice I can give anybody. Is your body and your soul are going to know what's going to be most rejuvenating to you. You just got to listen to it, you know? So without further ado, let's jump in with some tarot. Wow, I channeled a lot of messages and energy. Hold on. Sorry if you keep like hearing like a little pat on the mic. It's because my collar is kind of close to my neck and I have my mic clipped onto my collar. So I'm trying to keep pulling it down so that way it doesn't like fuck with the sound. This will be the second reading I filmed with this mic, so hopefully you can hear me well and everything's functioning as it should. I'm going to pull it off real quick. Hold on. Okay. I just wanted to check and make sure that my battery life was good. It looks like it is so far, so hopefully it stays like that. That could even be like a little message for yourself. Like check in with yourself and make sure that your battery life is good. You know what I mean? Don't exert yourself more than what you have. Like trying to help other people or be that listening ear, that voice of reason for somebody, or that shoulder to cry on. You know what I mean? Because you're a good friend and you have a lot of love. You got a very beautiful heart. And sometimes we can tend to neglect our own needs to be of service to other people. So, and with you being an Aquarius, you are the humanitarian out of the zodiac. So you will tend to feel more called to being that, you know, that extra support for other people. So just make sure you're listening to yourself, check in with your batteries, your emotional battery, your mental battery, you know, make sure that you have enough to actually be able to give and not take away from what you need. You know what I mean? So let's get some messages for Sam. Messages for Sam. We got the Nine of Swords coming out in reverse. If I see this card come out, this is the position I like to see it come in, because this is overcoming some sort of like internal anxiety, fear, mental anguish. You know, this is like Like I was saying before, I was picking up like a very overactive mind. This is you learning how to work with um, like what you could perceive as like a struggle. You know what I mean? Um, to me, this kind of feels like you're overcoming a lot of anxiety or like intrusive thoughts or negative thinking, negative self talk. This can be a lot of different things. It's not necessarily the best card to come out, but it is nice to see it coming out in reverse because this is you overcoming or triumphant, becoming triumphant over this energy of, like I said, like mental anguish. The mind is a powerful thing, and when the mind is not working with us and it's working against us, it can be very hard to just do everyday tasks and to just be a fucking person, right? So this is a good energy coming out for your first card. I was definitely picking that energy up too. So, and look, if you look at this card, right, we got all of these dark crows and then this one spirit crow. And it's funny because I keep picking up like a spirit guide, or I said like a familiar for you, like a black cat or something that follows you around. This is like your spirit guide in the form of a cat. Like you have like a lot of spirit animals that work with you that are like your spirit guides. You know what I mean? But I just think it's cool. Like this one almost looks like a spirit crow to me, kind of coming in to try to combat a lot of this negativity and like chaos that's going on within your mind or like within your energy, helping you overcome something, right? Helping you find peace with that. Because when I think of white, I think of like peaceful energy. And it is the color white. So to me, this is like a spirit guide or a spirit animal coming in to help you make peace with some situations that have caused a lot of like chaos or conflict in your energy. And with this pillow being right next to her, like I said, if you feel the need to rest more, listen to yourself because it's going to help you recover through this like upgrade and activation that you're going through. It's going to help you I guess get through it a little bit easier. Because there will be a lot of activation and downloading that is happening while you're sleeping as well. So the more you can like kind of rest, calm the mind, you know, the better or easier I guess it's going to be on you during this process. Messages for Sam. What other messages do you have for Sam? Please and thank you. I just keep hearing that Umbrella song now. I think Rihanna sings it. Umbrella, Ella, Ella, A, A. I just keep hearing that one part. Can't even think of any of the other lyrics to that song right now, just that one part. Woo, that card flew out. Hold on, it fell on the floor. We have the Six of Pentacles in reverse. This is exactly what I was talking about. Like, don't give more than what you have, you know, overextending yourself to those that aren't necessarily giving back to you as much as you're giving to them. And I'm not saying that it's always supposed to be 50-50, but there is supposed to be at some point reciprocity where when you're low, this person is giving more to you, or this job is giving more to you when you're needing to be replenished. You know what I mean? It's like what you do for this either situation, this job, this person, this needs to be doing back for you when you need it. And it's not because you asked for it or you're like reaching out like, hey, I mean, it's okay to like reach out and like ask for some extra support. I'm not saying that that's bad. But this person or this situation should be doing that already without you even having to say anything. If it's genuine. You know what I mean? If it's genuine, that will be just an automatic. So I feel like really pay attention to your energy centers. Pay attention, like checking in with yourself, like I was saying, making sure that you do not that you're not doing something because you feel obligated to do it, but because you have enough in you to do it. You have the Nine of Cups coming out in reverse with this Ten of Wands. With this Nine of Cups coming out in reverse, I feel like something that kind of holds you back from really feeling fulfilled in life is because you try to carry too many burdens, or you try to carry everybody else's problems on your back as well as your own problems. You know what I mean? Like, you're also going through your own battles and your own struggles that you kind of keep within. I feel like, because you're strong, and I'm not saying that opening up and like what's the word I'm looking for, opening up and relieving some of that load is going to be something that considers you as weak, because I don't see it as that at all. But I do feel like you're trying to carry too much, and this is why you kind of feel like either stuck or you're not feeling as fulfilled right now with I don't want to just say like your life, maybe just like even your connections, or like I was saying at the beginning, like it feels like tired of the same old shit. And it is you kind of carrying way too much. Okay, like you do have the power and the control to say enough is enough. Like, I'm not going to carry everybody else's problems, or I'm not in the right energy today to be able to listen to you complain or bitch to me or gossip. Like, you're allowed to say these things. You're allowed to set boundaries. And I feel like that is something that maybe you need to do a little bit more of. And setting boundaries is not like completely closing somebody out. But if they take it as that, maybe it's because they're benefiting more from you having that open access than they would be if you set them boundaries. You know what I mean? People only get triggered by that when they are benefiting from that. If you and this person have a genuine connection, or you and this job genuinely care about each other, right? Like, your job cares about you as much as you care about your job, whatever. Then when you say, I don't have it in me today, I'm not in the right mental energy, I don't have the energy, that is enough. You know what I mean? You don't have to explain yourself. You don't have to argue with this person about this or this situation. That should be enough. And I feel like just setting those good boundaries and just staying strong on that shit, and saying that you're going to, put some of these wands down. You don't have to light the path for everybody else. You only have to be that light for yourself. And I feel like I said, as a humanitarian, a fellow humanitarian, it is hard when you do want to be that light for other people and you do want to be a helping hand for other people. But I will say, like, you can only give to people what you're giving to yourself. And if you're not giving enough to yourself to have like that overflow to be able to give to people, then who's hurting who? You know what I mean? You're hurting yourself at the end of the day. You're going to be more hurtful to yourself than you are going to be helpful to other people. And I do also just want to say that you can only help people when you're in the right energy. Like, people will benefit more from your help when you're in the right energy and when you have enough energy. Otherwise we're like half-ass trying to be that listening ear, be there for other people. And it's not because we just don't care enough. It's just, you just don't got the energy. Like, sometimes I don't have the fucking energy to do readings for people, and I feel like that shouldn't be looked at as a negative thing, or like I don't want to do it or something. It's not that I don't want to help somebody or give them advice, or be guidance for somebody. It's just I don't have it in me today, so it's not going to be the best reading. I'm not going to have the best energy toward the reading. And that's just me using myself as an example. You know what I mean? Let's get one more tarot card, and then I want to start pulling some oracle cards. Ace of Cups. I love this. I love this coming out as the last card, because this is you pouring back into yourself. This is the divine giving you the that helping hand in order to replenish yourself. But excuse me. If you look, a lot of times in the Ace of Cups, it's a hand coming out of like a cloud with a cup. You know what I mean? This is her holding her own cup at her heart center and like pouring into it all by herself. So this is to me is like symbolic of you giving to yourself, you nurturing and taking care of yourself, you finding healing and finding peace in your energy, you know, which is very beautiful. I feel like you're like also going through a process of like integrating a lot of energies that have kind of held you back in the past, especially with this being next to the 10 of Wands right here. And I'm also just seeing like with all these little dots and like different colored swirls and stuff. I don't know if you can see that very good. It's reminded me of like different circumstances or situations that have happened in your life, different energies that you've encountered that you are integrating all into love. It's like you're turning it, you're transmuting it into love and lessons, and you're elevating your energy. You're finding your fulfillment within yourself, which is very beautiful. And I just love to see that for you because we all deserve that. Let's be real. We all deserve to feel happy and feel content in our own energy and to just feel like uplifted by ourselves. You know, like I said, it's nice to have support. It's nice to have like words of affirmations from other people, but it's even better when it's coming from you. It's even better when it's coming from you. And if you look at how much you can help other people, just think how much better you could help other people if you were like fucking just thriving. You know what I mean? Just thriving, just glowing, elevated. You could really lift up a lot of people. But that doesn't come with also triggering a lot of people too. Because in order for other people or ourselves to elevate, right, we have to work through some triggers. We have to let go of toxic traits and patterns, toxic people. That shit ain't easy, right? If it was easy, more of us would be doing it. It's a difficult thing to do, and that's why so many of us find ourselves in that cycle of repetition, repeating cycles, finding ourselves in the same kind of connections. Even if we let go of a certain person, we find that connection in another person because we didn't quite learn all the lessons that we were supposed to learn. We didn't free ourselves from that karmic cycle, that karmic tie. So to me, this is you like freeing yourself from a lot of karmic patterns, a lot of karmic ties, really finally waking up to your real power that you have. Like, not to say you didn't know about it before, but it's like a more elevated awareness of the power that you hold in your own life, and just knowing that like it's okay to say no, it's okay to set boundaries, and it's important. Actually, it's really important for you and for other people if you have good boundaries and stuff. It doesn't only teach them your limits, but it also teaches them like their behavior is not always acceptable. Like if somebody's overstepping your boundaries constantly and then you reinforce that, that teaches that person that, hey, I should actually listen to people. I shouldn't just overstep boundaries. I should be a little bit more patient with them, or I should give them more space, and really allow them to focus in on themselves instead of focusing so much on you, you know. Not saying they'll necessarily do that because not everybody's aware enough to have that sense of like awareness, like, oh, maybe I need to pay more attention to what I'm doing right now to trigger this person, or why am I having such a hard time following these boundaries or whatever, you know. Not everybody's aware enough, but you might trigger that awareness in people eventually down the line. I do feel like you are not only like going through your own activation, but you are an activator for other people. I'm going to just keep going with this reading because I do like a lot of the messages that came out. But like I said, some of these messages are a little choppy. I can feel it even when I'm channeling. But yeah, I'm going to just keep going because I do like a lot of these messages and I do resonate. And I feel like you will resonate with these messages as well. So let's pull some oracle cards for Sam. Can we get some oracle messages? What else do you want to let Sam know? I also just want to take note before I talk about these cards that just flipped over. Underneath the deck, we have the Three of Pentacles, and we have the Moon card in reverse. And the Moon card coming out in reverse is becoming more aware of like subconscious programmings or behaviors, cycles. This is also overcoming fears, things like this that have really, like I said before, like held you back from really feeling fulfilled or from moving towards your fulfillment, right? And this is not all by yourself. Like, this is with the help of a lot of people on the other side, okay? Even people here in this physical realm, because pentacles are about the physical realm. So you do have a good support system here, people that look up to you, people that admire you, people that adore you, here in the physical realm, but also in the spiritual realm. You are highly recognized as somebody who is like a powerhouse or a light. You know what I mean? Like, you're just very healing for other people. And that's another reason why you need to have good boundaries too, because when you are healing for other people, some people will come and just take and take and take as much as they can, you know, and that will leave you feeling very depleted. So make sure you're having good boundaries for a lot of different reasons. You know what I mean? We had Woodwives flip over with adaptability, number 64. And we had Lost Compass, getting back to integrity, with number 35. And I just love that these cards came out, because I feel like this kind of just reiterates like me talking about at the beginning, like doing some soul retrieval, like getting back to different pieces of who you are and who you've always been that maybe we've felt disconnected from as of recently, because we've been more focused on other things that are going on in our life. And with this adaptability part, I feel like this is spirit admiring your ability to be adaptable. You can pretty much be in any situation or around any type of people, and it's like a chameleon, but not in a negative way. Like, you're not disguising yourself as somebody that you're not, or being somebody that you're not. You're just a very versatile person. You know what I mean? So being around different people and different energies and situations, like, it's easier for you to be comfortable with these differences, right? So I feel like this is spirit kind of just admiring you for, and also just recognizing that you have been very adaptable, and that you've been very flexible. And this is like part of like your core being, like that adaptability. Not everybody is born with that shit. Let's be real. Some people are so fixed, they cannot be any other way. It's like you're still open to growth and evolution and learning, things like that. You know what I mean? Like, some people, they're not. They're very stuck in their ways. They're not open minded. They're very, like I said, fixed on being a certain way, living a certain way. It's like the more you continue to open yourself up, the more you find like comfort in change. Like, you know what I mean? And I do want to point out we have 10, 10. So this is 10 of wands, and then 64 reduces to a 10 as well. So that would be 10, 10. This is symbolic of spiritual awakening. And I feel like you've already went through a spiritual awakening, but we tend to go through multiple spiritual awakenings throughout our life. So this is another ascension process that you're going through, another spiritual awakening, that is really waking you up to your power in a sense, and also who you are like at a soul level. You're letting go of the projections and the what's the word that I'm trying to say? Conditioning, that society and your family, your friends, whoever you've been around, right? Has tried to push onto you. They try to put you in a mold. You are meant to break that mold. You are meant to just be free. And Aquariuses are also known to be free spirits. Okay, they are innovators. They're free spirits. They are humanitarians. They are creatives. So like, continue to just express yourself and to just like try to free yourself from the constraints that society and people have tried to put on you, because that's where you're going to find your true happiness at. You know, if you're feeling unfulfilled in your life, it's because you're still in that mold that somebody or even your past self is trying to put you in, because you had to be a certain way for whatever reason, right? Whether it was because you were a mom, or because you had to be a good friend all the time, or because you had to survive, whatever it is, right? You're breaking yourself out of that mold. So pay attention to the areas of your life that you do feel those feelings of like tired of the mundane everyday bullshit because that's going to give you more clues, I feel like, as well. And with that lost compass, this is like you coming into different parts of yourself, you coming into who you are, finding your true north. Okay, like listening to the song of your soul. You are going to the beat of your own drum. I don't know how many other ways I could say it. You know what I mean? And we got Will of the Whisper, or Will of the Wisp, sorry. Treasures hidden in the shadows with number 62. So this is definitely talking about you diving into the depths of your soul and finding those little nuggets of gold there. You know what I mean? And when I say nuggets of gold, I'm talking about different things that you enjoy, different pieces of knowledge. um, yeah, I don't know how else to like, you're just coming into different things that fulfill you, I guess, so to say, by diving into the depths of your soul. I'm also noticing that there's like a moth right here and a butterfly right there. And these look like little fairies. So you could feel very like drawn to fairies, or I don't know, notice that like a lot of like insects are kind of around you as of recently, but butterflies and moths are also very symbolic of transformation as well. And we were kind of picking that up with the dragonfly. So lots of different insects kind of coming through for you. We had bees, we had um, dragonflies, butterflies, and moths. And is that it? As of right now, that's 4 different insects that have came out for you so far, which is just funny to me. So, anyways, I'm gonna save that for right there, or for like closer to the end of your reading, so I can pull some other oracle cards real quick. And I am going to just like pick up what I channel off of these cards that I'm pulling first. And then I'm going to also dive into the book with these ones. And I wanted to kind of like drag this on a little longer because I wanted this to be like a longer reading, since I did kind of cancel on you this morning. But it's kind of hard to drag something on when your messages are like pretty straightforward, I feel like. And I don't want to just repeat myself the whole time, you know what I mean? Like, I want to try to bring different messages to you. So let's see. Messages for Sam. What other messages do you have for Sam? We got Manifester with Creation, and this is the Magician card in this deck. Blanked out, I couldn't fucking think. And we also got Hood Love with Community. I love that. Gonna finish shuffling these all the way through real quick. And we got My Booty with Key. And I am going to kind of like interpret these, like I said, myself, and then grab my book that I have for this deck because I like the messages that come in the book as well. But like I kind of feel like with the key thing that's coming out right here, And we got Eaton with Seduction on the bottom in reverse. Mind you, this is the Devil card in this deck. And with it coming out in reverse, this is definitely you freeing yourself from restrictions, constraints, things that are toxic for you, right? Which we've already picked that up. But I just wanted to point that out. Like, that is a major message here that's coming out for you is freedom. Like, you are freeing yourself. But with this key card that's coming out, I'm almost seeing this as like these keys unlocking like different versions of you or different doors, opportunities for you to be able to go down, for you to embody, right? Different energies that you can embody within yourself. My ears are so hot right now. Holy shit. I do see this as like different, yeah, different opportunities or things that are coming to you because of your journey of exploration or self discovery. I said exploration. Because of your journey of self discovery, you're being given more opportunities to explore, which is very beautiful. And with this manifestation card, with creation, you are creating your own life. You are creating, I keep hearing, like, seeing, like, almost like a Garden of Eden, like a very fruitful foundation for yourself where you are able to plant seeds that are going to nurture you and give back to you as well. You know, like, we're not planting weeds. In other words, is kind of what I'm feeling like. And with this hood love in it saying community, this is spirit just reiterating what I was saying before. Like, you have a very strong support system. You have a lot of people here and on the other side that love you and care about you very much, that want to see you doing good. And they are just letting you know that again as well, that you do have that. With this hood love, I do also feel like a specific soul connection coming in, possibly that you've been trying to manifest, like a love connection. This could also be somebody who's really like been through the trenches or has overcame a lot of toxicity cycles. This is somebody who's also on their path of like awareness as well. I am picking that up right now. So I'm kind of glad that you said a love reading too, because I was kind of feeling it. And we are going to pull some love cards. So let me see the book real quick so I can pull these cards up on this here book and read these messages for you. Manifester is on page 22. 22 is a master number as well. This is like a master creator, somebody who is co-creating with the universe. You can look more into master number 22 and it will have like more in-depth description than what I just gave, but that's just kind of like a quick little breakdown. Whew, my back be hurting. Let me grab this mic real quick because I'm gonna sit back for a second. It says manifester. Hold on. Let me grab the card and hold it up for you so you can look at it while I'm reading this. Clarity comes to the manifester when they define in crystal clear terms what they have carried in from Vry. The manifester knows how to co-create with the four elements to conjure the environment and desires best suited for their time in this realm. The manifester tells you it is time to stand in your power pose. Okay, it is not time for another vision board. It is time for action. The planning phase is over and the phone is ringing. Pick up and accept the infinite possibilities. The infinite symbol repeats throughout the curtains, or the infinity symbol repeats throughout the curtains of the flowers, symbolizing endless opportunity. You didn't come here to fail. You came here, or you can always tap into the never-ending flow of the energy within yourself. It is time to sow your seeds and build the garden bed. I love that. I was just talking about like the Garden of Eden being like the foundation that you're building. So that just is very fitting. um, when the manifester shows up, you are being asked to challenge yourself. Consider the following: am I being clear in my co-creations? The difference between a desire and a manifestation is a plan of action. Okay. And I'm also noticing like she got a little snake on her. And if you think about the Garden of Eden, the story of Garden of Eden, right? The devil manifests itself as a snake and portrays his temptation to take a bite of the apple, right? Goes against God, whatever. I've read it. I'm not like super into the Bible or like Christianity or anything. I'm not trying to push no religion on you, but just be cautious of, different temptations that try to pique your interest, because we did have the devil card also right here on the bottom underneath of this key card, and it is coming out in reverse. So this is like, just be aware and conscious of when things try to seduce you, tempt you toward a path that is not authentic or fruitful for you, right? Because you've done a lot of work already and you're continuing to do a lot of work on, like I said, freeing yourself from these things. So do not allow these things to come in and like fuck up your flow. Because if you allow it, they will. You know what I mean? I just love this though. That was like super. And like there's a cup right there as well, right here. Um, Kind of just being more symbolic to me. I feel like as a, filling up your own cup, having an overflow or an abundance, right? And it is the color gold as well. And gold is also known to be a very abundant color, the color of money or whatever. So next we got this Hood Love card. Let me find this real quick. Hood Love, where are you at? I like that they put these in like alphabetical order, so it's actually easier to find them. 114. Sorry if I'm like breathing hard in the mic. It's because, bitch, my chest hurt today. Like, I'm struggling. 114, Hood Love. All right. Hood Love stands with his fist out, and the gold rings on his fingers spell out his name. Energy is the form of wisdom radiating out from his hands into the ether. The golden sphere from Arziki Dabaron is glowing in his hands, indicating that whatever you touch is going to be fruitful, but you have to believe in yourself before anyone else will. I can't. I can't. Like, thank you for just confirming everything I was just saying. If this card appears, it is time to find the community and support you deserve. We are communal beings and benefit from being around others who understand this. The lone wolf doesn't survive as it would in the pack. Although you may feel alone, there are unseen forces that are supporting you in the ether. Have you met your neighbors? Do you really know your neighborhood? Are your first memories of your neighborhood good ones, or one surrounding or one surrounded by fear? Apologies, a bitch cannot read apparently. Sit with those memories and retell the story that empowers and leaves you feeling an elevated emotion such as gratitude. I love that because I was kind of saying that too. So I feel like these cards are just kind of reiterating everything that I was just talking about. And you know that we're communal beings because you even sent me that one video and it was saying like something about moms or kids like thriving more when they are around other moms and kids and support. Um, because we're like, I mean, if you think about where we came from in the past, like we come from like different tribes and societies and things like that. Like we weren't meant to just be by ourselves. Society has tried to push us in that direction because we are disempowered when we are alone. But you have a soul tribe out here. And I feel like you've met some of them already, but during your journey of self discovery, you are going to come across more people that are going to be just like you, that are going to think like you, that are going to uplift you and elevate you in ways that you couldn't even imagine right now. Okay, like, so let's see, what do we got here? My booty. My booty. Let me not make fun of him. I'm not making fun of him. It's no disrespect. I'm probably even saying it wrong. It's like my booty or something like that. Who knows? 124. Um, says, my Buddha is smiling with a welcoming hand, movement that is representing of Tai Chi. As multiple keys circle around him, the last card of the deck is the source card, which serves as a reminder that you have all the answers within you. Balance in all forms is true to any key symbol from around. Yeah, symbols from around him spiral. All the lessons. Okay, let me fucking do this. I don't know what is going on with me right now. I just cannot read. It says the last card of this deck is the source card, which serves as a reminder that you have all the answers within you. Balance in all forms is true to any key. Symbols from around him spiral. All the lessons from this cards are from the cards come to fruition here in a full circle. Maburai shows us that the key to your happiness is indeed within yourself. Even coming to the cards is only a reminder to spend time balancing the energies inside us all. If Maburai has shown up for you, ask yourself, am I ready to transform? Am I ready to heal? Am I ready to co-create? Spoiler alert, you are. I love that. See, just more confirmation and repetition of what I was just saying, just coming out in better words. If I could have read them better, apologies for that. um, but this is just a reminder, like I was saying before, like I don't know if I said this to you necessarily, but I was saying this, I think it was on Facebook. Um, Everything you need is within you. And yeah, that was on a pick a card that I said, all of the answers and everything you desire, everything that you could ever want is all within you. And all you have to do first is to align yourself with what it truly is that you desire. And in order to do that, we have to be aware of the things that we are doing that are aligning us with the lower frequency or vibration of that energy, right? So I just wanted to, sorry, Andy just messaged me, so I was like trying to see what he said. So I'm going to kind of leave that right there, and I kind of want to jump in with this love reading because we are now 48 minutes in. So let's see here. And this deck. And this deck. All right, so I want to see what the surrounding energy around your love life is right now. So I am going to use the Intuitive Prism deck or something like that. Or the Prism Oracle. Wow, that came right out. Consciousness coming out in reverse. This is the surrounding energy. So this is like a lack of awareness maybe of, I don't want to say the lack of awareness. This is like a sense of like coming into um, a new level of consciousness that is going to align us with a healthier love, right? You know what I mean? So scratch what I was just saying before that. This is trying to come into a new consciousness, elevating our frequency in order to come into a healthy, more balanced love than what we've experienced in the past. And we have ideation coming out on the bottom, which is all about our ideas. So, and look, there's the diamond. There's the diamond. I was seeing this diamond when I was meditating. I feel like the ideas that you have around love are definitely going to be shifting. There is a lot of deprogramming that you're going through when it comes to what your idea of real love is. And I feel like a lot of that is going to shift and change as you kind of like give more to yourself. You know what I mean? Really start coming more into yourself and your self-love. Not saying you don't already have that. I'm not saying that at all. But I do feel like there's going to be more of an awareness and a shift that kind of happens as you come more into this knowing. With that diamond coming out again in that circle, right? We got the circle around the diamond. This is about being more aware of our cycles, right? And since we're talking about love, this is being aware of our cycles that we have in love. The different patterns that kind of connect each love experience that we've had together. You know what I mean? This is having that full circle moment. Like, oh my gosh, you know what? Every relationship I've been in has been abusive. It's been toxic. It's been treacherous. It leaves me feeling very empty inside instead of full and happy and like loved and cared for, right? Your needs aren't maybe being met. This is you coming into that and giving that to yourself so that way you can attract that person that is going to also give that to you, because that's what you deserve. You deserve a healthy love. You deserve a good love. You deserve a beautiful love. Okay? Like, you are a beautiful person. And I do feel like underneath this, we have fear. There's a lot of fears in the unknown of what is going to happen and being vulnerable again and opening ourselves back up. But I also like in the Willow Whispers, treasures hidden in the shadows. Yes, it's scary. We don't know what's going to happen, right? But we won't know what's going to happen if we never allow ourselves to experience again, because of our experiences that we've had in the past were negative, right? So I do feel like even though it might be scary and you can't see really much in front of you when you walk through this door because it's so dark, you're going to have little beams of light that pop up throughout this tunnel or this walkway that is going to help guide you. And it's going to guide you down the right path, because this is your soul guiding you, right? This is not your ego guiding you. This is not lust guiding you. This is your soul guiding you this time. And you just have to trust what your soul is telling you. You remember, if you've watched Brave, the will-o-wisps that pop up and they lead her to that little cabin with the witch lady, and it ends up turning her mom into a bear. But in the end, it helped them like reconnect in a way, because her mom wasn't listening to her. It's like, this is helping you, how do I say this? I feel like I'm onto something and I want to say it and I don't know how to say it. It's like helping you express those parts of yourself that nobody was listening to. Maybe you weren't even listening to them. They just been there in the background, like screaming, Sam, pay attention to me. And we're so focused on everything else and on the fear and on the doubts and the anxiety, we can't even hear it, because the anxiety and everything else is so much louder, you know? So I feel like you're having like a breakthrough in your love life, it feels like to me, that is going to lead you down a path of happiness, fulfillment, not just in a relationship, but in yourself first, so that way you can have that in a relationship. You know what I mean? So let's get another little oracle card and see the energy surrounding your love life. And then I'm going to also pull an oracle card and a tarot card and then another oracle card, sorry. Energy surrounding Sam's love life. We got playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Okay, so have fun with it. Enjoy yourself. Like, enjoy dating again. Enjoy putting yourself out there, flirting, chit chatting, and just keep it lighthearted. Like, it doesn't have to be nothing serious right now, especially because you are going on, like I said, this journey of the self at the moment. So, like, the energy is not ripe enough for us to be able to fully just dive in head first and just know that everything is going to work out, because we're still working through some things. We're letting go of traumas that have happened in the past. We're redefining ourselves and our ideations, our ideas of love and what love is and who we are and what we enjoy, what is happiness to us. Are we ready? Like, you're asking yourself these deep, heavy questions that are going to lead you to the right energy for you to have a fruitful connection. And we have engagement on the bottom. It says your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. And I'm not necessarily seeing this as a physical engagement. I feel like this is more so like you committing to a healthier you and to having a healthier mindset towards love and towards yourself, which is going to bring you closer to your person. You know what I mean? This person, I feel like, is also reciprocating. Whoever you end up with in this lifetime is also reciprocating this energy and is also on this path as well. They're doing the work so they can have a healthy love life and so they can be good to you when they come across you. You know what I mean? So they don't fuck it up. They don't self-sabotage. And even underneath that, we have wedding. Like, this person, I feel like the next real relationship that you have will be one of longevity. It will be one that is very fulfilling for you. Like, I feel like if you're right now, you're not feeling like you want to settle down with anybody, it's because you have not found the one. Okay? You have not found the one, because when you meet this person, you're going to want to. You're going to want this person to lock it down. You're going to want to just be in their presence. You're gonna feel very fulfilled when you're around this person. It's not gonna take anything out of you. It's not gonna leave you feeling fucked up. You know what I mean? I remember you telling me some of your past love situations, and it's not going to be nothing like that. And that can be triggering when you first come across it. And that's why right now I'm saying, like, focus on yourself so that way you can get into a good energy and you feel so confident in yourself that when those triggers do come up, we can, yes, take a step back, but we do not run away. Okay? We do not run away from it because we think the other shoe's about to drop or this person is fake, or you know what I mean? Like, there ain't no way this person is that good. Like, because you deserve good things in life, and I cannot say that to you enough. Like, you deserve to have somebody who completely and 100% has your back and loves you and cherishes you and adores you and cares about you. You deserve that shit. So don't think that when it comes around that is too good to be true, because you deserve it. Okay? Like, you deserve it. Let's get a tarot card representing your love life. We have the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is definitely somebody who is more guarded, because she's had to be, she's had a lot of battles, and like people that she's loved has turned their back on her and like tried to attack her, left her feeling very alone, left her feeling beat down, you know what I mean? But this card also reminds me of perseverance as well, as the Nine of Wands normally does as well. But I'm almost seeing this as the Nine of Wands, which is very weird. And we have the Star card on the bottom of the deck, which is all about healing. This is about optimism, keeping our minds open and our hearts open to the healing that comes with some of these fucked up situations, right? The elevation that comes with going through these situations, the lessons, the love, everything that you gave or somebody has gave you, we are now integrating. And I was seeing that with that Ace of Cups card. You're like integrating these situations through love. So it's not only helping you like be able to let some of these situations go, but it's also um, replenishing you in a way, if that makes sense. But yeah, there's been a lot of obstacles, a lot of battles that you've had to fight in love, um, that has made you become this guarded. So it's like your feelings are valid, but do not completely close yourself off to never loving again because you've been hurt in the past. You know what I mean? And I'm noticing her tattoos on her legs are all flowers. Flowers are just very beautiful. They're very delicate, but they're also very strong. Like they withstand a lot of different like weather conditions. Like there's some flowers that can grow in any weather condition. And I'm almost thinking of like a lotus flower. Like the lotus flower grows in the muckiest of waters, you know what I mean? Where most flowers would not thrive. They become not only very beautiful but very strong. Like they're and I feel like that's kind of like a representation of your energy is like you are very strong and you've withstand a lot and you've been in some of the muddiest of waters and you continue to come out even stronger every time. Okay? Like this is very beautiful energy. And I'm sorry, like again, the messages are coming out a little choppy right now, but fuck it, I'm just gonna go with it. um, I have two more oracle cards that I want to pull for you. And I was gonna try to make this like an hour and 10 minutes or so, but it looks like we just hit the hour mark, so we'll see. Oh, we got abundance coming out. Keep a positive mindset. Manifest exactly what you want. Gratitude and bliss. And she's like throwing up a bunch of money too. So, I mean, you could be having a big, large lump sum of money coming to you that's gonna like just put you in a good mood. It's nice having money. That can put anybody in a good mood. But I feel like abundance is more than just money as well. Because money is not the only thing that identifies wealth, right? You can be wealthy in love, you can be wealthy in health, things like this. I feel like this is like an overall abundance of all of the deserving and beautiful energies that are meant to come into your life. Finally entering in, like you're going to start to get a taste of it. But that's not where it stops, girl. It just keeps going. And we got the golden mirror on the bottom with ascending. Okay? But it's a self-absorbed, narcissist, one-sided relationship and love bombing. This is something that you are ascending through. You're overcoming these types of relationships and you're elevating your energy so you do not come into another one of these relationships because you do not deserve this. And I know this is a mirror right here, but I keep seeing it when I glance at it as a fucking grave. Like, like a gravestone or something. And to me, this is like you putting that shit to rest. Like, no more. I deserve better than this. I'm not going to settle for this type of behavior, this type of shit no more. Like, I deserve gold, not shit, disguised as gold with glitter on it. You know what I mean? Like, all that glitters is not gold. And I feel like these connections that you've been in the past were shit disguised as gold. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, this is great. Like, but it was really just this person was trying to show you that you deserve better at the end of the day. I don't always feel like when people hold up mirrors to us that it's them showing us our behavior that we portray out to other people. I do feel like it can also be symbolic of people like showing us what we're settling for and what we don't believe that we deserve. So like not what we don't believe that we deserve, what we believe that we deserve, sorry. So for instance, you find yourself in a toxic relationship, you're not giving that type of energy out to anybody. You don't deserve that shit. But like deep down, do you know that you don't deserve that? Or do you feel like this is something that you've pretty much called into your life. I don't know how to say it. I'm like getting all spaced out right now. Sorry. I'm like fucking in another realm right now. I'm trying to keep up with these messages and this energy. But they can mirror back to us things that we believe within ourselves. In other words, like if we don't feel like we're good enough, or if we don't feel like, or maybe even like the negative self-talk that we tell ourselves, like this person is like that physical representation or manifestation of that, and this person treats you like shit because you technically treat yourself like shit, you know what I mean? But this is you. It says transcending obstacles, learning, expansion, new phase, and preparing for union. Like I said, getting ready to come into your person, finding your person through this elevation, this journey of the soul that you're going through. So continue to just like explore. It says learning on here. Continue to just explore different like avenues that you feel called. Because it's going to help you overcome a lot of these obstacles, but it's also going to bring you closer to who you are meant to be, I guess, so to say. It's going to help you discover different parts of yourself. Oh my gosh. I'm about to pull this one last card and just read this to you and then close this reading out because I'm starting to fucking lose my channel right now. Apologies. I was doing good there for a minute and I'm just starting to lose it now. Been channeling for a minute though, so kind of makes sense. Usually by the ends of the readings I start getting all like tired and spacey, so it was bound to happen soon. I also feel like when that type of shit happens, it's like spirit like, all right, you said enough. You know what I mean? We got the message. So one final message for Sam to leave her off on a high note, please and thank you. We have judgment. It says, let go of your fear of being judged. You are good enough. It is time to release all that you have kept safely locked away in your heart. Your true essence and potential have been restricted by structure and method for long enough. There is no right or wrong way. Just be you. I love that because we was talking about that already. So Spirit just coming through with the beautiful words of affirmation, letting you know that you are enough, and it is time to just let that shit go. All that energetic baggage that you've been carrying, everybody else's shit that you've been carrying, it's time to just let it go, to just be yourself, to just let your light shine, baby. We got creativity. We, your angelic messengers, are here to help unleash the endless creative potential that you possess. Listen to the whispers of love inside your heart as we communicate with you through feeling and emotion. Let go of fear and apprehension, the expression, the endless source of creativity you possess. Have fun and allow your inner child within you to express your true essence. All is valid. That's a beautiful message to just like end this reading with. And I am going to leave it here because, as you can see, I'm starting to lose my connection a little bit, but I hope these messages find you well, and I hope this reading resonates with you. If it does, definitely let me know, and if you feel called to leaving me a review on Facebook, I would appreciate it so much, but you do not have to. I love you, girl, and I'm always sending you lots of love. Take care.